Hey, we're still alive again. It's Sunday, February 2nd, day 14 of the Trump presidency. You get to see how gigantic my cat is. This is Bixie. He's a British Shorthair. They're all kind of chubby like this. He's a good boy. So, I want to address something first before we even start to talk about the news, because I think a lot of you may be asking the question, why the fuck isn't anyone doing anything about Elon Musk, who does not have security clearance to do the shit he's doing? I saw someone address this. Now, I am not an expert, but what they said, unfortunately and sadly, makes sense. What they said was this: because Republicans have a supermajority, there isn't a whole lot Democrats can do right now. That's pretty fucking depressing. It literally, this is the weirdest analogy. Why does this keep happening to me? Like, I'm so sorry. This is very much like a kindergarten analogy, what I'm about to say. In The Cat in the Hat, when the mom leaves those kids alone, and then the fucking cat comes in and destroys their entire house, and there's no one there to stop them, the cat, and the kids are just screaming, please stop. And then thing one and thing two come in and they make it 1,000 times worse. So I guess it is kind of accurate, although it was very silly. I think that's kind of what's happening. There's no mom here. It's not actually funny. I don't know. Someone's going to have some real serious bravery, some guts. And I don't know if Republicans care enough about the Constitution anymore. Donald Trump literally came out and said that the Constitution is not constitutional. I'm not kidding. I'm sorry. I wish I was kidding. He said the Constitution isn't constitutional. And I think what he's actually saying, to be honest with you, and time will tell if I'm right, they don't like it. They feel like white men are being discriminated against and attacked. I swear, I think this is it. I think that to them, losing their top spot in the hierarchy feels like death. It feels like they're just not gonna. They're not gonna let us do that without a fight to the death. And I am going to get to the news in 1 second, I promise. I just want to say one more thing. That book that I am reading by Octavia Butler, it's called Lilith's Brood. It is fucking brilliant. I think Octavia Butler is probably some form of a psychic, or just incredibly perceptive when it comes to pattern recognition. But a character in her book said this, and I believe this is true. It's an alien talking about why did humans blow themselves up with nukes and why it was inevitable. The alien said that we had two conflicting pieces to our genetics that were not compatible, and that made it inevitable, our doom, essentially. And that one piece was our intelligence, which could be considered an asset in other situations. However, intelligence coupled with hierarchy leads to death. And I think that's fucking true. And I think that there's actually a lot of human beings, myself included, who find hierarchy to be repulsive. I don't like people. I don't even have friends who are hierarchical. I just don't want to be around that. People, oh no, there's now 2 cats on my lap. I don't know what I'm going to do, but maybe I'm going to show you. There's 2. There's 1, 2. Sorry, that wasn't a very good show because you didn't really get to see their faces. But anyways, so, hopefully we're not going to kill ourselves with a nuke. But I can't promise that it won't happen. I don't know why I'm laughing, just because I do. So we'll start off with some apocalyptic news here. USAID, which is, I don't know what it stands for. I can't remember. I can't fucking remember. My brain is just like full of information all the time. But it's basically an organization that provides aid overseas, like, for instance, sending AIDS medications to Africans, also condoms. They're doing a lot for the world. So Elon Musk broke into that system as well yesterday. They tried to keep him out, and the security leaders that said, hey, you don't have the correct clearance to access this because it's classified information. You don't have access to this. They placed them on leave and got in anyways. And then he went on X and he said, USAID is a criminal organization, time for it to die. So that's what we're dealing with. I could just stop the news right here today. I won't, but I could, because this is the type of shit that's happening. And again, everyone is running around screaming, someone please do something. But who? We have a process that we're supposed to be following for all this shit. And I don't know. I think Republicans would have to say what you're doing is fucking illegal. I don't know. Or maybe another country can help us, because we might just be fucked. So Trump finally came out and admitted, yes, America is going to experience a lot of pain as a result of these tariffs. Canada has placed a 25% retaliatory tariff. Mexico released a statement saying everything that Trump is saying about the cartel is bullshit. And I know that they're like figuring out what their retaliation is going to be as we speak. Now Trump is fucking saying he's moving the goalposts. This is what narcissists do. It makes me cringe so hard, because it reminds me of some shit. And the language he's using is so fucking manipulative. He's like, all Canada has to do, we really want to work with Canada. It's really sad that we have to go through this. It's sad that America has to go through this. It's sad that Canada has to go through this. And all Canada has to do is become the 51st state. And then we will remove the tariffs immediately. And that's his new goalpost. So now it's no longer about drugs or anything else. It's about annexing Canada and making Canada part of the United States. And this is the kind of psychosis that we're fucking dealing with, dude. I feel sorry for the rest of the world. And then simultaneously, I don't know, man, when you back down from a narcissist the first time in any capacity, like, you feed them. So unfortunately, someone's going to have to do something real drastic. Maybe multiple places are going to have to do something really drastic to stop this. Or else, I don't know, maybe we're going to end up on a spaceship getting dropped back off on Earth in hundreds of years. Or maybe we'll just be dead. Now they're also telling Panama that they have to reduce the Chinese influence near the canal, or else. So same kind of thing. They're just walking around threatening everyone. Threatening them with things that are borderline fucking impossible for them to do anything about. So it's literally like if somebody was like, you better fucking make sure your hair doesn't grow out dark brown, or we're going to put you in jail, bitch. I mean, that's literally basically what they're fucking saying. These are not simple problems that they're saying, fix it now or we're going to blow your head off. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. So Netanyahu was just here with Trump discussing victory over Hamas. And we all know what that means. It means he wants them all gone. And he wants the babies gone. He wants the civilians gone. That is such a fucking tragic situation. Honestly, they keep trying to say that they're going to move them to, I think, Jordan and Egypt and the surrounding areas. I think Iran came back and said, don't fucking do that. I mean, basically, I think what I'm telling you is I don't know if there's any countries we're not about to go to war with. Because another thing is, down at the motherfucking border, they keep deploying more troops, and I'm talking about the Mexican border. Now, the Mexican cartel has orders to, I think, shoot back with drones and stuff. So, I don't know, man. It's not looking good. We also, I think I told you yesterday, those strikes in Somalia now have been confirmed to have killed some key members of ISIS. Again, Who are we not starting a war with? Can you think of anyone? I'm actually thinking about it. We haven't started a war with Australia yet. Is there anyone else? So the air traffic control staffing for that flight that crashed in DC the other day that killed 67 people. Sorry, don't quote me on that. Very understaffed. Trump's fault. They are like firing a bunch of the air staffing control people. So there was one dude doing a job that normally 2 people would do. And that dude, because they're like questioning him, he's questioning them back. And he's like, bro, why were you guys running this weird Black Hawk training mission at 9 p.m. at peak air traffic instead of at 1 a.m? Like, it's not, sorry, I'm turning this around because I think it's annoying when the green light is shining in your eyes. By the way, what was that Black Hawk mission called? Doomsday. So they're rushing through training missions for Doomsday. Wonder why? I fucking wonder why. Obviously, I think we've heard. I'm sorry. I should have looked into all the plane crashes that have happened because I think there's been 6 in 48 hours, something like that. I have to do something at 7 p.m. So I got to get this over with. I'll try tomorrow. Okay, we'll see if more planes crash, and then I'll do a deep dive tomorrow. There are still thousands of people protesting the AfD in Berlin. Again, the AfD is the far right party in Germany. Nobody wants this, man. Nobody on earth except for the Nazis. And apparently there's still a lot of those here for some reason. I just want to give you guys a bird flu update. It's still pretty bad. They've had to call, so one farm, this is one of the major egg producers and poultry producers in our country, and I think maybe they're in California. They had to kill 6.5 million chickens. I'm dead serious. Within a couple of days. And then what that farm has to go through to be able to start raising chickens and eggs again, it's going to cost them millions of dollars because they have to leave the farm fallow for a period of, I think, a couple months. There's like a whole sanitization process. Then it has to be tested and tested and tested before they can bring any of those chickens back. People going in and out have to do like a shower in, shower out process. It's fucking nuts. You should go read that article. I think it's on PBS. And the title is something about bird flu. Very sad, very horrifying. And also I think it really highlights the fact that factory farming it's not good. It's a disgusting business to begin with. And I understand that we are very busy people, but we really need to bring back local butchers and local farms. We got to change the way we're living, man. We cannot have this kind of shit. And, it's interesting because the article actually talked about like the emotional and mental toll on everyone who works on that farm. He said none of them slept. Imagine killing 6.5 million animals. Like, I'm sorry. Are you fucking kidding me? Knowing that some of them are totally not sick. And knowing that like you have no choice. That it's like illegal for you not to. I think that's fucking nuts. I probably wouldn't be. I wouldn't be able to work on a farm like that anyways to begin with. And it's also filthy and scary and disgusting. And the reality is that as climate change gets worse, these types of viruses, the zoonotic viruses, are going to get worse. And they're going to mutate more rapidly. The moisture in the air, the additional heat, it's just all... When things get out of balance, things get out of balance. We're going to see more plagues for humans, too. Probably this year. Especially with what they're doing to the CDC. By the way, you can subscribe directly to the WHO online. You can go to their website. They have like an email mailing list that you can add yourself to. I don't know how much access they'll have to any information about what's happening here in America, but like, I don't know. hopefully it's helpful to some degree. I mean, we're pretty fucked. And the last thing I'll tell you is that fat fucking groundhog said that winter is not over. The first thought I had when they said that Phil saw his shadow was like, you know, winter is coming from Game of Thrones. Yeah. That's the kind of winter I think we're talking about. Phil sees nuclear winter. Sorry, not funny, but kind of a little funny. Hey, this will cheer you up. No matter what happens, we're all going to die. Anyways, even if somehow shit turns back into sunshine and rainbows, not that it ever was, you're going to die anyways, and so am I. So cheer up, chin up, soldier. You're not getting out of this alive no matter what you do. Love you. See you tomorrow.